Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Elias and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. In the last episode, we were doing a bunch of random things, mostly because we were waiting around for cobblestone to try to get the Beneath portal. We finally did it, and now I have some stuff that I found in the Beneath. I actually barely continued searching, and I already found some stuff, so exciting. Fun, whatever you want to say it, but what we're gonna do, those guys are still fine. We need to mark off our vibrant alloy. There we go. And we're gonna head back to the Beneath to get some stuff, but just kind of showing you what all we've gotten so far. There is a huge diamond pocket coming up, which is really nice. And we can go from there. So we're doing okay for food. We'll probably need more food, but I came back to get more torches. I kept spawning in the floor, so I put the Beneath portal up a block. Hopefully it doesn't change anything. It shouldn't. I believe it just sends you same place-ish. Okay, it makes a new teleporter. Interesting. It doesn't really change much though, so it's okay. So anyways, I found some stuff that we probably want. First of all, there is a ton of diamond right here. Kind of a dumb amount of diamond ore. How much? 11. I also found, you can see some right there. There's also some right here. Uranium ore. So we finally have the uranium. And I found some actual mobs. Now we'll get to them in just a second, but... so 6 uranium ore, that should be enough. There is a dark spot in here that is like a little underground forest. These naturally spawn from some mod. I don't remember which one it is, but a keen eye might see what I saw, which is there's a spawner over there. So let's get some light. And are mobs stronger in the Beneath? They might be. Anyways, let's get in here, shut down the spawner, and kill the zombies with an amazing arrow. Ooh, emerald ore. We'll take that too. So let's grab that. But yeah, so we found a zombie spawner. Now this could be useful later. As you saw, we actually got pretty much immediately some... I'm trying to... Okay, is there no more? Okay, I guess so. I'm trying to... I was trying to find mine those, and it didn't feel like it was. There's a creeper. We need to get rid of a lot of this darkness. Now, it doesn't look like darkness to us because we have night vision, but I assure you it is darkness. This is a weird cave. Alright, let's head back over here. It didn't really look up all that much. There is some more. Why is it making those noises? So creepy. Some more emerald. There's a creeper still over here somewhere. There he is. Wow, he survived with one hit. That's impressive. Anyways, something you guys might have noticed is, and why we're going to keep this guy, this zombie spawner is actually really nice to have. We can use it to get villagers if we want to. I don't know if there's another way or what, but it's always an option. So let's just go ahead and take all of the stuff that we can carry. There, we'll just take that stuff. And we can get out of here. So, I just kind of want to show off all that. We'll go ahead and make some new things right away. I wasn't expecting the portals to change location, but that's okay. But that's a lot better. Okay, so with that taken care of, we'll dump all of this stuff in here, except for the uranium ore. We want at least 4 of those. So if we want to process this properly, we should be able to just do this, and it should double the ore. And that will be what we need. So, perfect. So that's going to allow us to make the uranium seeds, which means I can start processing seeds again. So these guys are tier 5. That's strange, actually. I wasn't expecting that. So let's make the tier 5 seeds. What is uranium so useful for? I mean, I know we can do something with immersive engineering, but I didn't think it was that important. But shows what I know. Anyways, there is the uranium seeds. We can go ahead and see, put this away, put this away, put that away. We don't actually need that anymore. We can put that in the actual system. And we need seeds. So now we finally have the uranium seeds, and I can start processing all that stuff in the near future. I might do it between episodes. I might forget about it. Apologies if I do. But we'll get that taken care of. And then we can start just kind of working towards all the seeds. So let's get rid of that, put that away, put that away. Okay. So I feel like we're missing something, but I'm not entirely sure what. Frying pan. That's what. Alright, so I didn't see any draconium in there. Now, that is something... Do we have any more draconium yet? No. That's something we're going to want to keep an eye out for. So let's get rid of the void sack. We're going to make the void ore miner today. So, the higher tier that we can make, the better off we'll be. But we can only make up to tier 2 currently. So that's what we're going to do. So do we have the digital... Yes, we do. Awesome. The digital guide is going to be super duper helpful for this. So, is there anything that we need to mark off with this? We still need to capture a cow in the jar, but that's another time. That's not super important right now. So we're going to want a void ore miner. Now, the void ore miner is a multi-block structure that requires the core, the controller, structure blocks based on its tier. So tier 1 requires tier 1 or above, tier 2 requires tier 2 or above, and so on, up to tier 4. Yeah, tier 4. In later versions of this mod, there is a tier 5, but in this version, there's only 4 tiers. It then requires machine bases, laser cores, and lenses. Either clear or a colored variant. We're probably going to want to use the colored variants, specifically purple. Purple lenses will give us lead and draconium more often than not, but you can kind of see what all they have, what they prefer. So dimensional shards is white. That would be good to have. We'll have a couple lenses. You can switch them out pretty easily, but Lonzolite requires black. Well, it doesn't require, but it has a higher chance. So if you use the lens that it wants, it has a much higher chance than if you use a clear lens. And if you use a lens that it doesn't want, I think it has about the same chance as the clear lens. I'm not entirely sure, though. I'm not too sure how that works. But basically, you'll still get other ores. It's just a higher chance to get the ones you want. So I have no idea where we're going to put this, by the way. Maybe these are fairly large structures, so maybe back here. We could extend this by a block on each side. I don't plan on having the smeltery here permanently. That's another thing. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to put it. Maybe down here, actually. That's probably what we'll do. I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet. But we'll figure out where this void ore miner is going to go later. That's not super important right now. So let's go ahead and get the stuff we need for the tier 2. So the tier 2 requires structure blocks, machine bases, modifier cores, laser core, and a lens. So first thing we should do is just go ahead and make a clear lens. Now all of this stuff requires clear glass, which requires nether quartz. Now we have a good bit of nether quartz, but we have the enriched sand. So let's go ahead. Do we have the glass auto-crafted? Yes, we do. All right, so we're gonna want a clear lens. Actually, I wonder, do we have some of this stuff? No. Okay, so we're gonna want a clear lens, which is gonna require this and this. So not too bad. So that is step 1. Let's grab a chest. Wrong terminal. And we'll put this stuff in here to be set up later. Because I need to figure out where I want to build it. And building it is actually going to be really easy. There is a item that will help us with that. Makes it super simple. Alright, so we have the clear lens. We can get rid of that. So we need 3 laser cores and 4 modifier cores. So laser cores are also pretty simple. We're gonna need 3 of these. We're gonna actually need more of those, but we'll get to that when we get there. So let's make like a stack of that stuff. So there's the laser cores. And then we're going to need, was it 4 modifier cores? I kind of want to make sure. 4 modifier cores. Alright, so these are going to be a little bit more expensive. They require iron blocks. Let's craft 4 of those. We have plenty of iron, so that's not the issue, but just getting the blocks together is a little bit of a pain. So we're gonna have to wait on the clear glass. That's okay. So something to kind of note. Hey, pulsating iron. I'm going to take that guy out for now. Something we need to do soon is expand this platform and start making chicken coops. Just so that we have a little bit better automation for the chickens. And maybe even look into getting 10, all of them. That is a lot of chickens though to do that with. And that's going to be a lot of eggs and all that kind of fun stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, so the big thing that we're going to need to do is just get a lot of this clear glass. This is going to take a little bit of time to make. So we can do, once this has 4 or more, we'll go ahead and make both of them. Alright, so there's the modifier cores. Now, we can speed things up. The modifier cores can speed up processing, but there's not really much need to do that yet. Not until we get to at least a tier 3, if not tier 4. Higher tiers actually use less energy to make a singular like ore out of nothing, so that's good. But it does get more expensive per tick because they're faster as well. So it's one of those things. It's kind of weird, but it's actually really useful. So the next thing we're going to need is 16 machine bases. Now we can make these out of basalt, alabaster, or hardened stone. So basalt we have none of, alabaster we have none of, and hardened stone we can make. Now I already taught the system how to do how to make some of this stuff, and we're actually going to want to go ahead and structure blocks. We have the tier 2s. So here's the question. How many tier 2s do we need? We need 32. So let's go ahead and just tell the system to make this. So we're going to need 31 more. We're missing diamonds. Really? I kind of doubt that. But in case you don't remember, the recipes for this, for the structure blocks, is not that awful. So tier 2 requires tier 1, redstone and diamonds, and tier 1 requires redstone and gold. And then the whatever base block, so basalt, alabaster, or hardened stone. Hardened stone is just stone and cobblestone, so that's pretty easy. So that's what we're going with. But then we're going to need to have the hardened stone machine frame, or machine bases rather, that are going to be the same thing. The same type of thing. And I think it was 16? Yeah. So we need 16 of those. Just make 2 stacks of that. Let's go grab some stone from the beneath, because that makes actually a lot of sense. Just go grab a bunch of stone. Why not? I really dislike that person. It's kind of creepy. And by kind of, I mean like very. So I guess let's come down here just a little ways. And I guess right here we'll vein mine. And grab all of the stone. We can also grab the diamonds if we want to. There are so much, but honestly, I don't know that we need to. Not right now anyways. We can do that later if we choose to. Alright, so that is a bunch of stone that we got very quickly and easily just by going to another dimension. And we can just fill this in and call it a day. Alright, so with that, we should be able to make the 16 hardened stone we need for the machine bases, and then go ahead and make those. We are out of no, we're not. I was gonna say, there's no way we're out of redstone. Alright, so there's the 16 machine bases. Our structure blocks are done as well. And so all that's left is to make the actual controller. Now, there is a really cool thing about the void ore miner and the void resource miner. It's really cool because they actually use the same exact structure. They are interchangeable. So we're going to also make a tier 2 of the resource miner just for the sheer fact of having it. We're going to need some stuff from it to upgrade any farther. We're going to need mica, and mica is only found from the void resource miner. That's the only way to get it. So mica is used for a lot of things that are really important later. So we're going to want that, but it's not as important right now. So let's see, void resource. All right. So first things first, in order to get the tier 2, we're going to need a clear lens and a laser core. In order to get tier 1s, we're going to need the same thing, but we're going to need 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3. 2. Man, we need more clear glass. Just get like 3 stacks of it. Wow, we don't have that much. 2 stacks? Oh man, quartz. We have a little bit of nether quartz essence. Oh, that's how you do it. So clear glass. We're also probably going to want to eventually start looking into getting our seed factory up and running. But that's going to be kind of a I have a feeling this is going to cause a lot of lag, so I want to be able to turn stuff on and off. We'll see how that works. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Nothing yet. Okay. Anyways, so we're going to need a lot of this glass. And we're going to need a lot of blocks of gold. Just not too bad to do. Let's just get a stack of those. Barely brushed our gold supply. We're going to need some quartz blocks. We need 3 of these. And there is that. And we're also going to need 3 more of these guys. So 1, 2. Come on. Clear glass. Anytime you're ready. So yeah, this will be pretty expensive in some senses, but in others, it's actually it's going to be very powerful. It's just going to take time to set it up and get power to it and all that fun stuff. But the biggest problem I'm going to have is setting it up. I don't know where to put it. This is going to be power generation. We're going to have a downstairs. It's going to be the rainbow generator once we want that. And then we'll have the big orb of power maybe. Or, you know what? Actually, no. We'll have all power generation up here. We'll have a downstairs down here that is going to be the void ore miner. I think that'll work. So let's see. Can we get this guy yet? Yes. So we need 3 of the tier 1s. 1, 2, 3. And then for the tier 2, just like that. So there is tier 2 void ore miner. Now if we want the void resource miner, it's very similar. So we're going to need 3 of the first tier. So we're going to need 4 of these in total. And you know what? I wonder. Let's pop down here for a second. It's being smelted through this guy. Oh well, that's fine, I guess. Wow, we have 15 quadruples, so that's enough to make another beneath portal. Alright, so let's see, clear glass. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna need endstone, moss stone. Actually, we can make it with essence if we had a little bit more stone essence. We can also just chisel. There's gotta be another way. I mean, this is the vanilla. Making vines and using that, but let's go ahead and head up here. We'll take the stone seeds, and honestly, 1 will be enough. And then we'll have the void resource miner as well, and we can switch them out at will. The biggest thing about that though is just that eventually we will want to have a second structure. We'll have 2 we'll have 2 4x tier 4 structures, so that won't be too much of a problem. It's just going to be a matter of getting it. 2, 3, 4, and finally the moss stone. Alright, so we just need netherrack. We need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And then we can upgrade that if we grab some more diamond. And there is the void void resource miner. Void ore, void resource. Ugh. Confusing. So we'll go ahead and put all that stuff here. I will build off a platform in between episodes as well, and we'll get that hooked up and everything. But the last thing we're going to need is the assembler, which we already do. All right, right, because we made the this guy. So you know what? Never mind. We have that. All right, cool. So with that taken care of, we'll have a fairly powerful void ore miner, which will allow us to get, well, a bunch of different ores. We can use it to get draconium, which is kind of the thing we're waiting on. If we can get draconium, then we can get the disenchanter. We can start looking at some more powerful things, and eventually we'll get the dimension builder. But right now, kind of the big thing is we want draconium seeds. If we can get draconium seeds, then it doesn't matter too much. Let's go ahead and put the chicken away. So, pulsating iron. Taken care of. Cool. So what do we want to get into for the rest of today's episode? One of the other things... Eventually we're going to have to get into blood magic. I kind of want to have resources and all that kind of stuff taken care of before we do. Just because it's going to be the best way to kind of deal with things, I think. So... what are we going to want to do? It's a witch. Let's see. Is there anything that we are going to want to, like, make or... I'm trying to think. It's really it is a fairly open-ended question that I don't know what we're going to want to do with this all. So, we could start working a little bit with Britannia. I don't really want to yet, but you know, we could get a cow in a jar. That would be interesting. We need to capture a cow, but that shouldn't be too hard. There is cow bait that we can get, which is just 2 pieces of wheat. We put that on some grass. I have something set up right over here. And we need to set up the cow in a jar. So what's a cow in a jar? Well, basically it produces milk for recipes and a multi-block kitchen. So we're going to need a milk jar. That is easy enough. We're going to need a cow, and then we're going to need an anvil. So an anvil, we just need some iron. Let's go ahead and make a stack of iron blocks. Because why not? Because we can. And we'll get the anvil. Alright, so where are we going to set this up? Let's do it right over here, because that's going to be the easiest. So cow goes there, anvil goes there. And let's actually grab some fences. So this is a little bit easier. We're not killing the cow though. We're just placing the cow into a very, very tiny jar. It's completely different. So we'll have to kind of wait for that. And this is full. Why? I thought I saw stuff like popping out, but I guess not. So wild bag. This is something else we need to filter out. I want to see what's inside this myself. It is spawn chicken. Cool. Spawn eggs aren't actually that bad to get. So I guess we could sleep. Maybe that will get a cow to spawn in sooner. And we really need to figure out kind of what to do next. I don't think Britannia would be a bad thing to do. We need to kind of continue working on getting as much stuff done with the seeds so we can get more resources and all that kind of stuff. Which, speaking of that, one of the big things with all of this, the power line are not going to be a problem. I'm probably going to move the point, is it flux point or is it flux? Yeah, flux point. I'm probably going to move that over here so it's a little bit more centralized. Not that it really matters too much. And same with the water. The water will probably be right back here, right where this torch is. We might put it like this direction so that it can provide water to all these guys and then go around everywhere else. Now I don't know what this building is going to look like yet, but we have a cow, so never mind. Animal net. We now have a cow, and said cow is going to go into the tiny jar. So, goodbye. That is actually adorable. So when we make a multi-block kitchen, we have the cow in a jar that we can use to get milk. Now I don't know if we're going to use that all that much, to be perfectly honest. Do we have pig essence? We do. And what's the recipe for pork chops? Oh, just like that. So we can make pork chops really easy. We can also use, is it dye essence? Yeah, we could use this dye essence to make a bunch of different dyes. And we could actually make probably the best food source in the game, epic bacon. Pretty consistently. We do need cooked pork chops. That's the only problem with that, but it's not bad. I don't know if we're gonna make a kitchen at anytime soon anyways. Kitchens are really nice when you have a bunch of food items that you can use and you don't know how what to make with it. So that is something kind of to keep in mind, but it's also not something that we really need to worry about at this point. Just because there's no reason to. We're surviving off the eggs that we get from this guy, from the chickens anyways. So, yeah, that'll be fine. So that is, I think, the last thing in the farming age. And that gives us everything up until mystical farming, which is just growth accelerators, which we might use. They're not that expensive. The growth crystals works in a 9x9 farm. It's slow. Requires a sea lantern, compressed bone blocks. The upgraded version requires greenhouse glass, which is a little bit more expensive. And it also requires growth accelerators. Growth accelerators just require infernium blocks and a diamond. So, you know, we'll just go ahead and let's grab one of these. For those, do we have sea lantern? There is a growth crystal. We can upgrade this guy. So infernium. We'll just take as much of it as we can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just kind of continuously try to steal it before the exporter can export it. It's not like we're losing anything by doing this, but we can do 3 more. We can get 2 of these guys. And what else do we need? We need fertilized dirt. That's just some chicken manure, which is very easy to get. And the only problem with this is it's actually going to require empowered stuff. I don't know that we've made the empower. I don't remember doing that. So yeah, we're going to need this greenhouse glass, which requires lapis, empowered. We do not have an empowerer. So let's go ahead and make that. The empowerer is relatively easy to make, where you need 5 of these display stands. So we're going to need a bunch of 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. We're going to need some more gold nuggets. Alright, we're going to need aesthetic quartz and aesthetic green quartz. So we're going to need just a bunch of quartz blocks, which we don't really have much quartz. So, you know what? We're actually going to wait on that. We have the tier 1 growth crystal. I know it says use growth crystals or growth accelerators to speed up crop growth. I'm going to wait on that. I don't know that I'm going to go ahead and make the tier 3. That might not be a bad thing to do. Shulker pearls are kind of annoying to get. Right click on a shulker. We could do that at the end, at one of the end cities, but I'm not going to worry about that for now. I think for now, what I'm going to do is say that's it for this episode. Next time, I'm going to build out a platform down here so we can have the void ore miner, resource miner as we need it. And we're going to try to, I'm going to work on the seeds, and we're going to try to maybe get the empower, just kind of complete some more miscellaneous things, and focus on getting draconium. That's kind of the next big thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!